For those of you that don't know me, my name is Joel Shapiro. I'm running for the Senate seat in District 5. That happens to be your district, and surprisingly my district too. Unlike some people that move wherever they're going to get elected. A lot of people, several not too far out from where I'm standing right now in front of me in this room, told me this is going to be a really hard race. And I came to the conclusion that it's only going to be a hard race if we make it a hard race. We do our part, and it will be a race that we win. It's a race we need to win. There is only a 7-seat difference between owning the Senate or being owned by the Senate. And with Wendy going on to become the governor, that's a good move. She's upwardly mobile. How can she be a Democrat? You got to do your part. I'll get out there and I'll do what I need to do and see all those faces and make sure that I'm face to face with as many people that are voting, maybe some that aren't voting, and even some that aren't even voting for me. I'm going to be out there and in their face. For the next year, I plan to spend 100% of my time doing just that. Fortunately, I retired so I could go into politics. Wait a minute. My wife reminded me of that the other day. You know, when I watch this rolling disaster that's been going on in Washington and here, I think it's trickle down, isn't it? It gets really crappy in Washington and it flows to Texas. When I watched it, you know, I got embarrassed. I was embarrassed to be a Texan. I mean, we got the collection of idiots and fools up there, and they're all from here. We need to get rid of those guys. We need to get rid of those guys here. And I did what the majority of Americans did. I got angry, I got upset, I turned on the television, and I watched CSI. And then I got mad. And that's when it crossed my mind that it won't change unless we change it. We'll be in the same place 4 years from today that we're standing in right now, and that's the minority. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's what Republicans hate, minorities. Yeah, okay. So I thought I'd find out a little bit about the people that are in my district. And I started asking what I thought was a very innocent question. I said, do you know who your state senator is? And outside of this room, 99 out of 100 people that I did ask didn't have a clue. This is a man who's up there changing your world, voting for things that I guarantee you that the people sitting in this room didn't send him there to do. And he'll keep right on doing it unless we step him off. It's personal with me. It's very personal with me. I'd like to share just a little story. I'm going to kind of digress here a little bit. I was reading, I spend a lot of time, I have this big screen because I can't see the little one anymore. I have this big screen for my computer, and on that screen, I just happened to come across an article from the Washington Post, from their website. And it was interesting because it was from a gentleman in Virginia. You heard about that place? We just won an election there. A gentleman by the name of Ferguson Foot. I didn't make that up, honest. He said, in what he wrote, he said, I love watching the Republican poll watchers squirm when my adult Down syndrome daughter, with minor assistance from me, goes up to the front desk to get her ballot. She has her voter ID card. She has her state-issued photo ID in her hand. And they look at her like a deer caught in the headlights, trying to figure out how they're going to reject her as a voter. She has a bigger stake in that election than probably anybody sitting at the table and anybody in this room. Because she lives and dies by the Medicaid that she gets in Virginia. The Medicaid that people in Texas don't get. Because our governor thought it was more important to, no, not more important, just because he could. That made me really happy to have somebody use that line before I got up here. I had to rewrite my whole speech. The theme of my candidacy is that we have to make sure that everybody that can vote does vote. And that not to allow a law that was put into place specifically to keep people from voting. Oh, excuse me. They didn't do that to keep minorities from voting, did they? No. We did. Yeah, he stood right. I just can't help myself. You go into court, you're being charged, you're being accused of rigging basically the elections going forward by shifting people around. And it gets noted that in Bell County, there's a little bitty area that is predominantly minority. No, not predominantly. It is minority, period. And they surprisingly vote Democrat. So they took them out of the district they were in and moved them to the district next to it, which surprisingly is almost exclusively not minority and Republican. Strange thing. When they were challenged in court, and with God as my witness, the response was, we didn't do that to keep a minority from being, or to disenfranchise them as a minority. We did it to disenfranchise Democrats. That's scary. Over the next 12 months, I plan to spend 100% of my time, like I said, in the face of the people in the 5th District. That means every morning I'm going to do what I learned from the great people in my life that were predecessors to me out there, and that was from Jack and Lyndon and Bill and Barack. I'm going to take it local, keep it local, and get out there face to face with people. But for me to do that, you got to carry your end. And what that means is there's water to get carried, folks. So I'm asking you to do 4 things tonight. That's it, just 4. Just 4 little things. Well, 4 things. 1, up there, you see the lady way over on the other side of the room, that beautiful woman over there who I'm married to, who puts up with me, surprisingly. In front of her on the table are petitions to put my name on the ballot. I got 3/4 of the signatures I need if you guys would just do that before you leave this room. So I'm going to be there and I'm not going to let any of you go by. Second thing, go to the website. It's called, I have to check because my IT guy only told me today. I have a really wonderful young man who decided that he was going to put his life on hold to do this for me. And I'm just amazed that he was willing to do that because he knows me. Let's go to the website at joelforsenate.com. I tried to keep it easy so I could remember it. That's why I had to look. When you're on the website, click the one that says, follow me on Facebook. Click the one that says, follow me on Twitter. I promise I'll put stuff out there for you. And sign up for the memos from the trail. Wherever I'm going, there will be pictures and there will be people's stories from the district that we live in. This is your election, not mine. The third thing, surprise, you need to help provide the gas money to get me there. So while you're out on the website, there is a button for Act Blue. Act blue. Don't act red. I need your help to get that done. And the last thing, and probably the most important thing, whether you like me or not, make sure your friends and your relatives are registered to vote. Make sure the strangers that you run into on the street are registered to vote. And ask them, do you know who your state senator is? Together, the people in this room and the people all over the state like us can turn Texas blue. That's what we want to do. Turn Texas blue. Thank you.